You're watching the Friday Night Blitz!
Welcome back to the Blitz. Let's head to Jena where the Giants faced off with St. Fredrick. First quarter we go. The Giants, of course, off to an incredible start this year. They get off to a fast start in this one. Hand off here to Cedric Wilson. He scoops in for the score. They lead 8-0. We're still in the first. Still Jena has the ball. They can pass the ball a little bit too. That is Adrian Cooper with the circus catch there in the end zone for the score. The Giants flexing early on in this one. They're up 16-0. Student body is fired up, and they should be. This is a pretty salty squad that Jena has this year. We go to the second quarter. Warriors trying to get something going. Jena flying around defensively, though. Logan Thompson with the recovery, and he's going to go in for the touchdown. It's 22-0. Jena doesn't look back. They go on to win this thing 42-0. OCS 17-1 all-time versus Delhi. The Bears' lone victory coming back in 1993. As we go to the next game, OCS taking on Delhi. Of course, the Eagles haven't been tested so far this year. We really didn't think Delhi would be able to either because this Eagles team is pretty darn good. Jude Turner, short run early on for the touchdown. Delhi trying to get something going. Hudson Weems has different plans, different ideas on this defense for OCS. He just muscles his way in for the sack right here. Luke Fredrick continues to have a big season. Wasn't going to slow down tonight. He's going to find Turner out of the backfield. And Jude is just going to be breaking ankles at this point. The dream's far from being finished. He's going to be looking deep, and he's going to be looking for Maddox Fitzhugh. This is what you call a 50-50 ball. This was Luke's 61st touchdown pass of his career. The route was on, the clock was running. OCS wins this one. Your final, 56-0. Mangum taking a short trip to Caldwell tonight. Dragons, of course, 1-1 on the year. Dragons defense starting the night off to a good start. Get an opportunity early on to get an interception, but unfortunately for the Dragons, slips through the fingertips, but there will be a turnover on downs. And here comes the offense. Colby Casey finds Ty Wilcher in the back of the end zone for the touchdown. Ty actually had 3 touchdowns in this game. Dragons up 14-0, jump to the second. Dragons have to convert a third down. They find Wilcher again. Fantastic one-handed grab. They pitch the shutout. Your score, 48-0. I promised those Rustin highlights, and they're coming up right now. Major state bragging rights on the line for this one. Jared Ball, of course, coached at Longview for 10 years prior to coming to Rustin. Lobos offense comes out hot. Quarterback Danny Hamilton has time in the pocket, and he finds Jacaden Davis across the middle for the big game. And then later in the drive, a little bit of trickery here by the Lobos. Davis this time looking deep. Wide open, Jaden Hurden, and just like that, the Lobos storm out to a 7-0 lead. Bearcats defense not sure what hit them early on. Rustin responds, ground and pound. Dylan Powell, the leading rusher for the Bearcats, walks in. It's 8-7, end of the first. Next Bearcats drive. You got to look for that big guy, Ahmad Hudson. Always a good choice. Easy pitch and catch. That drive finished off 1-yard touchdown run, 16-7 Rustin. Lobos would respond with the touchdown. Rustin back on offense, and who do you go to? Of course you go to the blue chip prospect. But look at that. Ball's on the ground, and that would be a scoop and score by the Lobos. They take a 21-16 lead. Offense not losing confidence. Again, next drive, you go back to the 5-star stud. That's Hudson, and he'll do the rest. Yeah, he's got some speed along to go with that height. 22-21 Rustin at the half. Start of the second, we go. Offense still on fire. Hartwell, looking over the middle, is going to find Powell, and he's going to do the rest. Outruns the defense. It's 28-21 in the third. Lobos, though, to respond right away. Davis takes the handoff, and he's going to go around the outside. And just like that, Longview ties this thing up at 28. We had a feeling this was going to be the game of the night, and it was. Rustin now inside the 5, 4th and goal. Hartwell is just going to throw it up to his big tight end, and he brings it down. It's 35-28. Longview ties it up. 2 minutes left. Now Ruston has the ball. Powell leads the way, and he's going to spark the offense. And Ruston's going to have a chance to walk it off in front of the home fans. Keep this rolling because this goes right down to the wire, and the Bearcats have an opportunity. The kicker's name is Joaquin Ramos. You want to talk about an opportunity for him, an opportunity to win the ball game in the closing seconds as the Bearcats called a timeout. He sets up the game-winning field goal, and he splits it right down the uprights. And yes, the Ruston Bearcats win the game of the night in a thriller. Wow. Let's take a quick timeout. We'll wrap it up after this.